Questa è la postazione. Sono truccata. Già questo. Che bello. Devo mettere la canzone. I just wanna lay in my bed. Welcome back with an even longer introduction just to say that we are going to the church. It's really nice. Bought it Verona at DM store. Bought this at Verona. Oh, this is here for you. As my parents are Christians, it's tradition to go at least every first Sunday of the month. And as a very, very lucky girl, something funny happened. Basically, I was getting out of the church, okay, and a pigeon, I don't even know how it's called, pooped on me, but not on my top that it was black, on my white pants. And immediately an old lady told me, oh, that's a lucky charm. And I was like, oh, really? And more than a couple of persons told me the same thing. And I was like, okay. At first I was like, what the fuck? But then I accepted it. I was just like, okay, shit happens. So let's just get breakfast, please. And I usually order brioche al pistachio with cappuccino. And then we went for groceries. It is pretty far from our home, but they have lots of options with a really cheap price. And the first time that I went here, I was kind of overwhelmed because there were lots of people doing shopping. And I was like, oh, wait, I don't know where to look at. But they have really cute options. Like this little cute shampoo. But yeah, I just went around with that stain on my white pants. And some people were like, oh, you spilled on yourself. No, I wasn't. It was just a pigeon. So I relieved my misfortune with some alone shopping in action. Coming home with my stuff. Hi guys! So I wanted to show you what I got from Action. Action is like a supermarket, and like Tiger, okay, but from all over America, Asia, Action. They have lots of options for a very cheap price. And usually I go there for like skincares and stuff like that because they're nice to try. Okay. So one of the things that I got, it's this hair mist because I just wanted to try. Maybe they're around 59 cents. So it's very cheap, but let's try it. It's really cute here. Nice. Next thing I got is this setting powder. There were two flavors of it, peach and strawberry. Okay. Ooh, it smells nice. I like it. Next thing we got, it's this priming moisturizer. It's like $1.69. This one was just $1.99, so €2. Very cheap. Oh, and it's also cute. And the next thing I got, it's another pink stuff with aloe vera, refreshing and hydrating. It's for my face. Also got some band-aids because you never know. These just 69 cents. So. And then the next day I started off with a Pinoy breakfast, which was hot dog from the Philippines and egg. And then I remembered that my best friend got me these for Christmas because she knows that I love peonies and those products smells like a fresh garden. The next day I took my brother to the station for his school trip, but he was unlucky as well and it rained a lot, poor thing. He was soaking wet, and when I was waiting for him at the station I got a couple of gifts for my friend at Minso. Next day spent in university doing lessons and coloring during the breaks. Got my contact lenses again and my Amazon packages. As well, I cooked some homemade spring rolls but made with zucchini and shrimps because I love them and my mother helped me with it. And by helping, I mean that I chopped it all off and she did the rest and was so delicious. This week I also tried to get Bad Bunny's tickets, but the only available ones were from Germany, and I tried waiting, but I still couldn't get them, so I tried to move on and went to meetings. At least a couple of my friends were able to get them and their partner as well, so I'm happy for them. And then I went listening to my friend.
Ciao a tutti, noi siamo i Dead Balls!
They are truly talented, and their last song reminded me of Twilight, so I wanted to do a rewatch of all the films. As I am preparing the snacks, I wanted to point out something that you have been asking me to, which is telling you more about our love story, I guess. How do you call it? Love life. How it started and stuff like that. So, I thought it would be better if he were in it, but he's at work. First thing I'm gonna do is get another glass. It all started back in 2018, which is kind of strange to say. We were at the mall and we were with our friends. We were going in the opposite ways, like like this. We wasn't really looking for a partner, actually. We were just having fun with our own best friends, okay? I was doing shopping, going to the food court, actually, and he was getting off the food court, probably because he just ate. I don't know. I didn't ask him. We just made eye contact, okay? It was really not intense. So what happened is that me and my actual best friend, me and Charlene, made this live, okay? And he joined because he used to follow Charlene because they used to play video games together. So yeah, but we previously already talked about him because I was curious, okay? I was like, who is that guy? She was yapping on that live, okay? For culture, kuya means brother and ate means sister, okay? And for the strangers are a nice way to address someone, okay? And she was like, oh, hi kuya, she has a crush on you. And I was like, pretty embarrassed about it because I don't know him, I've never talked with him, so I told her, okay, let's stop everything. And immediately messaged him, no, that's not true. And we started talking on that, and he was like, but why are you not accepting my friend request? If you'll have to wait. And he was like, oh yeah, don't accept it because you seem like a awful person anyway. And I was like, wait a minute. You don't even know me. How would you come up with that conclusion? Well, he was just trying to get my attention, I guess. And then after a few days that we've been talking, he was like, oh, let's hang out so we can learn more about each other. And I was like, maybe tomorrow? And I was like, no, I'm busy. And he didn't give up on that. He was like, maybe next week. I was like, oh, let me take a look on my schedule. Oh yeah, we could give it a try. Why not, right? Oh, the day of our date came up. I was impressed about the way he made me feel. I felt at ease. I felt safe, kind of, but I didn't realize back then. I just felt like a person to vibe with. And so we went to McDonald's was fine with me. And we ate, we went to the park, walking, talking, getting to know each other. And here's the fun part, okay? Because we were sitting in this bench, okay, on the park, that we went for the first time, and last time we never went back there. It was the park near this mall, and I was sitting comfortably with him aside of me, and I was 14 back then, and he was 18, I guess. So I said, let's make a deal. Since we both are interested on getting into a relationship, why don't we just skip all the getting to know part? Okay, that was rude. Why don't we try one thing? Let's do this kind of trial, okay? Let's stay in a relationship for a couple of months and see if it goes well, then we continue. If it doesn't, we just cut it out, okay? It was so Wattpad, filmy, kind of from my side, but he said, why not? It wasn't actually the type of question like, would you be my girlfriend or would you be my boyfriend? No, it was a deal. It was a fun one. And the funny thing is that he broke up with me after a month because I was still immature back then, and for fuck's sake, yes, I was, absolutely, and still am actually, but it wasn't just me, okay? It was because he didn't feel like being in a relationship, so I accepted it. I actually cried in front of him and hugged him, and then a week after that he tried to get back with me, but I didn't want to give him that chance anymore because, I mean, you lost your opportunity, okay? Let me explore my options. Eventually we went back together, but took lots of months to build up my trust because I realized that I was, in fact, the type of girl who always said yes, the easy type of girl. Not that we already slept together, no, but yeah, I always said yes. I can proudly say that after all those years, our relationship for now seems to be perfect. I remember one of my friends saying, you will never find the perfect guy, but you can find someone that is perfect for you. And I think that I found it, and now I'm gonna continue my people do ask us for some advices as for how do you keep it that long, one of the main rules is appreciation. The one that works with us, it's always choosing to love each other. Back to the snacks that I was trying to do. And this is the final product. That is why I always tell that I'm not good. And people are like, if you're able to do all the stuff that you do on your video, then you're supposed to be right, supposedly. And this is why I'm not good. Lately I've been buying way too much chocolate and I don't even like it. But as a people pleaser, I tend to buy sweet stuff. I'm such a mess. So I decided that I'd rather stress about studies, which is a better solution than a failed snack. But actually, overall, it was a good one, and I looked back at this recipe, and now I know my mistakes. Next time I will do better. So I tried to fix it with some good old tasty basic dinner, which is another solution to one of my complaints, which is eating way too many processed foods. The next day, me and my brother went to the mercato that they do weekly every Saturday morning in our city center and decided to bring our mother flowers because Sunday it would be Mother's Day, mainly because I want to teach my brother on how to become a gentleman and treat women, because in our generation it's very much needed. And of course I had to satisfy my latest obsession of drugstore products. Also, we did this cute little card where we were studying together, and I couldn't record her reaction because she's emotionless. She was just like, oh yeah, thank you. That's all. I grew up with that, and that's totally fine. And when she arrived, she was immediately like, let's get your father a gift because it's his birthday soon. And that says a lot about my mother. She is humble, selfless, kind, calm, and a true role model. And we spent the night cleaning. That is why I'm showing the magnets of the places that I've been to. The next day I went to watch his game with his new shoes that he wore excitedly, and they won. His team is called Apollo, and those kind of events or sport fest, whatever you want to call it, are organized every year for at least 2 months. Every Sunday they play basketball and volleyball for male and females. So they are mainly friendly game, but they take it very seriously. The competitiveness is very high.
Sono loro le star.
So yeah, as I was saying, those events are a good excuse for me to eat Pinoy foods because they bring lots of them, and then to be his moral support. We didn't stay all day watching games because I don't even follow basket, but we went for dinner in this ramen place. And since they just opened recently, I received many messages from different people asking whether it's good or not, and I gladly replied. And since I tried many ramen places here in Brescia, I'm gonna give you my opinion about it. So I'm gonna begin with the food. I really liked it, especially the broth. So far, out of all the restaurants of ramen that I've tried here in Brescia, it was one of the best, although I didn't like the portion of the meat because it was way too tiny, but that's fine. The gyoza, though, I didn't quite liked it because it didn't feel like grilled. I prefer the Akira ones in the Elnos. But those are just my preferences. I ordered a tonkotsu, which was a pork ramen based, and he ordered a chicken bowl. And both of them were very tasty. And the main character of this restaurant is actually the decoration, very detailed, very amusing. It was a very good, unusual experience. We also won this kitchen after doing a survey. I really recommend this place. Back then it used to be our usual spot for sushi called Sushiko. And now it's even better. We finished the night with some skincare and anime, and that will be a wrap for my side. I really hope you liked this video as much as I did, and can't wait for you to see the next one. Bye bye!